If you are holding cryptocurrencies, I have something very important to show you, and I'm going to be telling you exactly some of the catalysts that are happening this week for cryptocurrencies that will be directly affecting your portfolio. In addition, what we are going to be taking a look at is the charts. We have seen a pretty big dip this morning, and we also are starting to see Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies being drained from crypto exchanges. What does this mean? We're going to get into that. We have Jerome Powell, the Fed chair. He is going to be speaking on Wednesday. What is this going to mean for the crypto markets and much more? So guys, make sure you watch this video until the end. Consider giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps to support the channel, but most importantly, by giving this video a thumbs up, it helps to get these videos out to people that need to hear this true information regarding cryptocurrencies. And make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss these time-sensitive videos that can make or break you lots of money, even for free. And also, let me know in the comments below, do you think we're gonna have a green week or a red week? I'm very curious to see your thoughts and opinions regarding how well you think this week will be for cryptocurrencies. Now, getting straight into the video, what we are seeing is that cryptocurrencies were green this weekend. We saw a lot of green this weekend, and as soon as the stock market opens up, we basically see a lot of red. I mean, this is Bitcoin here. Bitcoin before the stock market opened was trading around 21,200 to 300, and it dropped literally as soon as the stock market opened. Look at this big red candle, and dropped all the way to about 20,500. Seems like every time the US stock market opens up, it has negative price implications on the crypto market. And while the US stock market is closed, we do see a lot more green. And a lot of that has to do with all the Wall Street pressure and selling pressure with cryptocurrencies and all the FUD surrounding interest rates and the Fed and everything else. So we saw a little bit of a dip this morning. Is this the end of the world? Is this a healthy dip? In my opinion, if you're holding cryptocurrencies, I'm just looking at the Bitcoin chart because everything moves with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin basically moves the entire market. If we look at the charts, things are still kind of normal and healthy. And what we can see is that we formed a high here. We bounced up, we had a retrace, and then we broke another high there, and then we were just having another retrace. So if you do notice that every time Bitcoin pumps up, there are big retracements here. That's what these green lines are indicating. And then after the retrace, we see usually it continues to go up since we potentially have reached the bottom down at $17,500. So is this downtrend over with now? Is this uptrend over with? Are we going to see a further dip? Are we going to trade sideways? Well, we don't know yet. Mondays are kind of like low volume days, for the stock market and cryptos. So people are just taking their profits on Monday. And, if we take a look at the stock market, we can see that the stock market did open up green this morning, but we have ended up coming back down. But there's still, many hours left in the stock market. The stock market closes 4 p.m. Eastern time. And, we might actually end up finishing green today. But we are seeing a pullback because the stock market and the indices on Friday had a huge bounce up. So we are seeing a little bit of a healthy pullback. If we take a look at the US dollar, we are seeing the dollar come up just this last 30 minutes, but it has been continuing this strong downtrend, which is good for stocks and cryptos. So generally, when you see a little bit of a move to the upside with the DXY, which is the US dollar, you will see a healthy pullback in cryptos and stocks. So, overall, we take a look at the NASDAQ, we take a look at the major indices, we are seeing that pullback, just like we are seeing with Bitcoin. But look at how strong of an uptrend that we have seen the NASDAQ in the stock market. You take a look at the NASDAQ, take a look at the S&P 500. We are still very bullish, just getting a little bit of a pullback. So honestly, I'm not alarmed. I'm not worried. And, if we take a look at Ethereum, we take a look at Bitcoin. There is one thing that I have noticed with Ethereum, and this should be holding up true for most cryptocurrencies. So ever since Bitcoin broke from the bottom and bounced up, Bitcoin was forming this strong trend line here. So we were holding this trend line to a degree, and this morning we broke under it. So that is something that I am looking for, and this is somewhat of a warning sign. This is a bearish sign for Ethereum and Bitcoin to break under this support level that has been holding up the price of cryptocurrencies. We broke under it today. So we're going to continue to monitor it. And a lot of times if we do break under a pattern, usually the first move to break outside of a pattern might not actually be the full lasting move, but might be a fake out. So this could be a fake out for the bears. This could be a bear trap, getting bears to think, open up your shorts, that the price is going lower, and then they can reverse the prices very quickly to the upside, and then they can get wrecked and cause a short squeeze. That's certainly a possibility, but it is a warning sign. This pullback that we are seeing this morning is somewhat of a strong pullback, even though it is healthy, but we just want to be cautious and careful, knowing that cryptocurrencies could be heading lower. We could see further momentum to the downside, meaning that cryptos could be going lower. They could be making another big move to go lower before they continue to head up on this uptrend that we are at, or at some point it would definitely take a lot for Ethereum and cryptocurrencies to come back down to that bottom that where we were. Now let's get into the prices. So most cryptocurrencies the last 24 hours are down about 3%, 2%. For most cryptos. But before I get into this information, if you guys want to get access to the most profitable buy alerts for cryptocurrencies, we've been having buy alerts the last couple of weeks, for example, that have made lots of gains, especially Shiba Inu. If you would have bought Shiba Inu, you would have made over 50%. We had a buy alert over in this area right here that ended up playing out from the bottom to the top. If you would have sold at the exact top, about 46%. So you would have made 46%. We also had Ethereum buy alerts this past weekend where you would have made 6 to 7% in less than 24 hours. So if you guys want to get access to these trade alerts, join the Patreon. And getting into this important information, what we can see is that Bitcoin is being drained from exchange wallets. This is bullish. When wallets are removing their cryptocurrencies from exchanges, this is a bullish indicator that people are buying the dip and that they are putting their dip that they are buying in cold storage. So after it says, is that after whales made the headlines for adding coins around $20,000, exchanges more broadly saw major decreases in Bitcoin supply in the recent days. So obviously, Bitcoin has a limited supply. There's only a finite amount of Bitcoin, 21 million to be exact, that will be in the total market cap. Right now, we have about 18 million Bitcoins in total supply. So there's a limited supply of Bitcoins, and the supply on the exchanges, exchanges like Coinbase and Binance, they only have so many Bitcoins, and their supply is draining. So when their supply is draining, that does indicate that whales are buying the dip and they're putting it into cold storage. This is a good indicator that the smart money, they are buying the dip. They're buying cryptocurrencies right now. And that is a good thing for us to understand. If big whales, big money, big institutions, they are buying Bitcoin right now, that is a good thing. If they aren't buying Bitcoin right now, that means that they believe Bitcoin is going to go down a lot further, that it's not a good asset, that it's not a good investment. But if they are buying the dip, which they are doing right now, that is a good sign for cryptocurrencies that we are getting somewhat close to the bottom, because eventually the buying pressure is going to be so strong that's going to cause cryptos to go up really hard and really fast. So in conclusion of this video, let me also let you know that on Wednesday, we have Jerome Powell. He is going to be speaking at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So we want to be aware of that, and what he says will cause volatility. There's going to be volatility leading up to the meeting, after the meeting, and during the meeting. There's going to be a lot of volume coming into cryptocurrencies, stocks, everything, because based on what he has been doing and saying, has been pretty much moving the entire market, moving it up, crashing the market with their monetary policy of raising interest rates and so forth. That's what has been killing the stock markets, what's been killing cryptos. And depending on what he says, which may or may not be bullish or bearish, it might be neutral, it might be bearish, it may be bullish, nobody knows at this current moment. Depending on what he says will certainly cause volatility and determine the crypto market for quite some time. For that day, or maybe the next coming weeks, we'll have to see. But in conclusion, cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, have bounced up. They are looking decent. Since we have broken down from this weekend, it would not surprise me if we saw another move lower, but also, just to be cautious and aware of that we could head lower. But it does not also surprise me that this could just be a healthy dip, a healthy pullback before we continue to go up. We could have another red day. We could have another couple of red days before we start to head up, or we can kind of just go up a little bit, trade sideways, go down, low volume for the next couple of days. We will have to see. And in my video tonight, we will obviously have some more time in the market today where cryptos may have made a bigger move, determining on what is going to be next for cryptocurrencies. So make sure you guys watch my video tonight. I have some very important information that I have to share with you, and you are going to understand very clearly where the crypto market is headed this week in my video tonight. That's going to be it for this video. Make sure you guys claim your $4,000 deposit bonus over on Bybit, where you can get free $4,000, and you can also enter in to win the Formula One race for free. You get a whole free trip for the Formula One race by just depositing $10 using my link below in my video description. And make sure you guys join and check out the Patreon if you want to get access to constant market updates, technical analysis updates, buy and sell alerts, stop losses, and so forth.